Hey guys, what's going on? You likely remember this snippet from a recent video of mine where I checked out this red wrecked Mustang. The tires on it are completely bald. A lot of the mounts in the accident broke and its frame is completely twisted. If you haven't seen this one, definitely check it out in the link above. This car was at Drivetrains Plus. It's a shop owned by my friend James. Now, James has some cool cars, and while I was there checking out this Mustang and buying a few parts for the C6 Corvette build, he threw me the keys to his 2015 Mustang GT with 1,000 horsepower. Now, this car on 18 pounds of boost makes over 900 rear wheel horsepower, which translates to well over 1,000 horsepower. And it was an absolute monster. Here, let me take you on a quick ride and then we'll follow up afterwards. Alright, so James is showing me this scary red button right here. It's a trans brake.
You press this, and basically you can let off, well, we're not in drive or anything, but you press this, you let off the brake, you put your foot on the gas, goes up to whatever RPM you have it set at.
Oh, for launching.
Yep, you let go of this, and then you take off.
All right, we're not going to use that quite yet, especially because we're on the grass right now. That wouldn't be very good. I don't want to be that guy that drove James's Mustang one last time here.
You be the one to crash it. Anytime somebody sees a wrecked picture of a Mustang that's black, they message me, and they're like, did you crash?
Well, not only that crash, or the fact that the cylinder head temps got too high and I decided to keep pushing it. So.
Yeah.
Any suspension mods on this car whatsoever?
We have the Viking shocks in the back and BMR springs.
Okay, because it feels a little bit stiffer than stock, but the ride quality is still like amazing.
I remember stock, it does kind of still drive a little bit like a truck, but stock was terrible. I remember. It was so floaty.
This is, so I had the same suspension on mine stock as yours, and it is it's almost bouncy and like soft. Yep. And even the performance pack, it's stiffer, but the bounce is still there. This has gotten rid of the bounce completely. And that's why I like this sort of ride.
Okay, now use the left pedal to put it into like third or something.
Okay, it's in third.
Try to floor it and then bump this back up.
To drive?
Yes. So floor it and bump that up. Yeah, bump it up.
Holy shit, man. Yeah. It's still like a Mustang, so it's a big car, and it feels stable going straight. Like at no point did I feel like, oh no, I'm fighting the steering wheel or anything.
Yeah.
Of course. So this is over 1,000 horsepower. On how many pounds does it make? 9 whatever to the wheels?
Like 18.
And so we're in a little bit lower than that now, and it's still ridiculously fast.
Takes a minute to get out to the country.
Yeah. You mean out to Mexico?
Out to Mexico.
So this is a built motor car, and that was always one thing I've always wondered is, does a built motor feel any different than really the stock Coyote? And again, driving it like this, it does.
Whenever you find a Mustang owner, if they have a built engine, ask them if it's sleeved. If it is, that means they're well over 1,000 to the wheels. 1,100, 12, 13, 1,400 to the wheels all day on a sleeved engine. But this one, it really caps out around 1,000 to the wheels. But like you said, it's drives like it's stock. And
again, I was amazed at how composed it was. There was not a lot of drama. It just, the tires, I'm sure, have a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
But this car just went whenever we just got on it, which is, it's a good feeling when you're driving a high horsepower car. This time we're gonna hit it. Holy shit! Whoa, that was even more insane.
As you're rolling, bump it.
Whoa, hello. This is insane. This is by far the fastest car I've ever driven. All right, here we go. Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
You want to turn it up?
I don't know, man. I mean, that's insane. 1 notch and no more. Can we do it 1 notch? It's gonna get even more insane than it already is.
Yeah, right now it's about 7 psi, so this should take it to 10.
Okay. All right, so we are at, what did you say, 10 psi? We were at about 7. Now we're at 10. So I'm guessing we're making somewhere in the neighborhood of 657 hour wheel right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous. We're gonna give it some room. Yeah, we'll get it going a little bit. 40 pull, sound about good? 40. All right, so we're gonna drop it into sport here. I'm going to shift it into third. You think we're good?
Yeah, just roll into it kind
okay.
of slowly and then bump it. Bump it.
Wow. Holy shit, man. This is this is absolutely no more than this. No more. This has got to just kill Hellcats when it's turned up, right? It's just...
I need to find one for a video.
Oh my God.
That would make a good video.
All right, we're calling all Hellcats. We want to meet you. We don't want to do anything more than meet you, but we'll shoot some cool video. This thing is insane. That was insane. We were going about what, 45, 55 there at the peak, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Probably 50.
Yeah, 50. This road's a 55, so we were pretty good. This is crazy,
But
man.
still, that's like half the boost it can really take.
We're gonna do one more pull before we bring it home. Putting it in sport, and again, I only feel comfortable. This is a second. We're gonna go a little bit quicker, and then this is a 45 pull. Wow. I'm sorry for hitting the brakes, but I'm just like startled by how quickly it picks up. That's insane. So in case you guys were wondering what I was doing when I was bumping the shifter, essentially this car is tuned to shift on its own when you're going wide open throttle. So we're starting out in sport so that we could manually select the gears. Once the gear was manually selected, went ahead and bumped it into drive. So in the case that we got to a speed and the transmission needed to shift, it just took over and did it whenever it was supposed to. And really, when you're trying to get a quarter-mile time at the track that's better than the next guy, that's what you want. You want the computer shifting for you and not yourself shifting. Why these automatics are so much faster than the manuals. Now, at one point during the drive, you might have heard me say, this is the fastest car I've ever driven, and it definitely was. The closest thing in speed is the last couple Mustangs I've owned, which was a 2010 Shelby GT500 with a supercharger upgrade. That was making right in the neighborhood around 600 rear wheel horsepower. The other was a 2015 Mustang GT with a Kenny Bell supercharger. Now, to compare it to a supercharged Mustang GT versus this obviously being a twin turbo, well, the twin turbo just pulls and keeps on pulling, whereas the supercharged one had a lot of really good power down low. The issue with that car was specifically this Kenny Bell setup. It had a really large throttle body, and the drivability was borderline terrible for a kit that's supposed to be, you know, an install it and have fun sort of kit. I personally was not a big fan of it and probably wouldn't choose that option again. I really did enjoy the drivability of this twin turbo Mustang. It felt like stock until you mashed the pedal, and when you had it in drive and it's shifting on its own, I'd imagine it would pull all the way up to 170, 180 miles an hour without breaking a sweat. Obviously, we didn't get anywhere near that, even though we were in Mexico. Again, I want to thank James for allowing me the opportunity to drive his car. If you want to check out his channel where he's got a few videos of this car and videos of his other cars that he's currently parting out, salvage auction cars, definitely check him out. He's in the description box below, along with my contact information. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me via email or Instagram. Guys, thanks a whole lot for watching, and I will catch you very soon.